after coming off the ride, and it was stopping me from enjoying that time with my friends and family, whether it was in Six Flags or Disney World. And I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I fearing of going on a ride? I know I'm safe. I know I'm secure. And I was just like, why am I doing this? And then one day I just built up the strength and just say, you know what? I'm going to do it. We were in Six Flags. And if anyone here has been to Six Flags, you know Batman the Ride is the best ride there. We're going to have the argument with anybody, but it's my favorite ride there. I built up the strength to go on it, and I went on pretty much like 5 times in a row after that.
Yeah, it's once going through it, that first time of going through, and once you're finally able to rationalize your fear, because fear technically is false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real.
Right.
You know, so it's the way we think about it, the way we...
Right.
Now, fear is... Any of the emotions are based upon past memories. So one of the things that we are born with, one of the primal fears we have is fear of falling as a baby, believe it or not, and loud noises. Those are the only 2 fears we're born with.
Okay.
The rest of them we do get because of the way we're thinking, or the way an experience happened in our lives that caused us to get stuck. So the Lord, when He wants to do inner healing, He wants to give us the gift of peace, the gift of peace of mind and heart. And that's very hard to do when these emotions clog us up. Emotions clog us up. Whether they be extreme anger about someone, and really, you know, if you go through life, you're going to have anger at people because people are going to, sometimes intentionally and not intentionally, do things
to hurt you
to hurt you. Basically, the root of anger is that someone is going into your space and doing something to you that you don't want done.
Right. Yep.
They're stepping on your toes, in other words, right? So if we go to like St. John Paul II, right? He was shot. He was shot. And he was very, very wounded when he was shot, right? He almost died. It missed his internal organs, but it did profoundly affect his health, the shooting. And yet, he was able to transcend the anger and go into the forgiveness of the person who shot him. That's the big picture that we see of John Paul in prison, tugging the person who shot him, right? That's tough. Isn't that tough to do that?
Oh,
absolutely.
Yes. That's very tough. But yet, he wanted to do that because in his heart, he had in his heart that inner healing, because he took the words of Christ, which are, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, right? So how are we going to get forgiven if we can't forgive someone else? And I'm sure in our lives we have people that we find it's difficult to forgive, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But he took that, and he was strong enough to let that divine word of the Lord sink into his body, mind, and spirit and embrace the person who caused him great harm. And that is a saint for you. But every time we say the Our Father, we're asked to do that. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
How we're asked to do that every time we say the Our Father. So he was greatly wounded, but he forgave. And in order to heal, we need to forgive the people who have hurt us. And I think if we all look back, we will have people who intentionally or unintentionally have hurt us. And that's a hard place to go to, forgiveness. That's a hard place to go to.
I was just going to mention, that reminded me, I was driving in the car, and the Holy Spirit really helps you to, if you want to know who you need to forgive, or you want to take the next step, sometimes you could just ask. And then, I mean, for me, it happened the other day, and somebody's like face came to mind, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know that I had that pent up anger like inside of me. It was like deep down, or buried deep down from the past years. Something could have happened years ago, and I kind of buried it, and then it came up. So I think that God really does want to heal us if we allow him to, and to be conscious of it, like you said, to not let it rule you, but kind of keep moving forward. And
Yeah, he does want to heal us, because otherwise we can't have that clean heart or that pure heart.
mm-hmm.
You know? And you're right on target. The memories, the present moment holds within it all the pain of past experiences. So if you're really feeling an intensity of feeling, say instead of anger, you're really angry, you're really rageful,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the person or the thing that's right before you that's causing that, believe it or not. It's all the other times in your life when you haven't, and probably there's a root time when you were not able to express that anger and that pain. So it's really an amazing journey. Therapy as well as inner healing is an amazing journey. And how God uses that. He asks us to go back into the memories, and that's what inner healing is about. Go back into the memories, and we can't redo the memory, but we can see it from a different perspective if we bring Jesus there, or if we bring Mary there, or the angels or the saints there. And that's what the therapy is about. Most therapists, the big thing now is post-traumatic stress disorder. And looking at the three of you, you would probably say to me, I had no post-traumatic stress disorder. And what I'm going to say to you is, well, believe it or not, there might have been one little thing from your past that was a small T that caused you to be stuck on something and kind of have the trauma of that. We all have it. It might have been a silly little thing, like being left at school. Nobody
Right.
picking you up at age 6 or something
Right.
like that. But it's one of those stuck points.
Right.
You know, it wasn't like intentional or anything. But and some of us do have intentional things that people have done to us that have caused us great pain. But we get stuck in those places, you know. So Living Waters Center is a conduit to bringing inner healing through using psychology, bringing inner healing to people with prayer and psychology. And Living Waters is located on the property of St. Elizabeth's Church in Melville, 175 Wolf Hill Road, Melville. And it's real easy to find because it's right off exit 41 on the Northern State. And we have a full service. We service in our place, believe it or not, we service people from age 5 to age 90.
Wow.
That's beautiful. And it's such a beautiful place when you walk in. It's just so calming, and I love the couches, and it's just so homey, and you know, the waiting room has like the coffee and tea, and everyone is so nice. So I do recommend it. It's such a blessed place, and you do definitely feel healed afterwards, and it's a progression, you know. We are going to keep struggling. It's not that we go to therapy and we're totally healed of everything. It is a work in progress, but it's definitely worth it, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. I think that in my own life, therapy and inner healing has brought me to places I've never even dreamed of. Never even dreamed of. Had I not had that, I would have been very stuck. So we if you're interested, look on the internet at livingwaterscounseling.biz, B-I-Z, livingwaterscounseling.biz, B-I-Z, or call us at 631-754-3990. 754-3990.
And you could always reach out to me as well. On our website, listen-up.net, we also have a link for Living Waters, and you could reach me or text me. Even right now, if you have a question for Carol or for anyone, our telephone number is 631-888-8811, or you could text 516-784-6081. And I also wanted to mention 2 quick things to